Hello everyone, this is YodaKicks here, and I didn't see anything out there for this kind of video to kind of achieve what I wanted to do with my Elgato Wave 3 and Voicemod setup because I use it as a channel redemption reward on my channel on Twitch over at YodaKicks. And I wanted to kind of put together something that showed everybody how to create a multi-action that would turn on Voicemod, set it so that you could hear it yourself in your monitor mix, and then after you test it for 10 seconds, it would then switch the mic stream output off, turn on the stream mic for the Voicemod interface, and allow your viewers to be able to hear you with the Voicemod with one button press. It also goes through and it updates my OBS settings so that it changes the scenes between them so that it turns on a visible timer so that the viewer will see how much time is left for my Voicemod activation. Because my viewers seem to really enjoy when I speak like a baby or I've got a deep threatening voice. So with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and kind of talk about the setup. I have Voicemod configured in general. So I have my settings, I have it to not be set up in exclusive mode because I wanted to be able to isolate Voicemod from my Discord whenever I'm using it for voice chat. So for my Voicemod settings, I have the mic set to the Elgato Wave 3, and I have the output set to my Wavelink aux 2. And this again allows me to have it on a separate interface. So after I did that, I created a input within Wavelink by adding a new channel, and I selected the aux input here and I renamed it so that it stood out more for the VM mic. I have the monitor mix and the stream mix both muted, and I have on the Wave 3 mic itself, I have the monitor muted but the stream unmuted. So you can see that it's already all set and ready to go. And all I have to do is go in and do my additional setups. I have the monitor mix, the stream for both Voicemod and the stream mixes button so I can kind of see the current states they're in, along with the stream mic so I can kind of verify that everything's there before I click the mix button. I also have the Voicemod toggle button so that I can kind of ensure that everything's good to go. One of the issues I ran into is the Voicemod button itself doesn't have a state to it like some of the other functions. It's a dynamic button. You click it, it's on and it's off. Whereas the buttons for the Wave have the states at the bottom. So if you press it, you see that it's live or not. So I wanted to make sure I had everything ready to go for that. I also set up my, and it's quite a few steps, so it looks a little tedious, but I have it set, now that I've confirmed that my Voicemod was off, I have the Voicemod changer on as the first step. And then I set up an additional step, and you can see here that the dynamic button switching effort isn't there. So I have to, that's why I rely on the pre-screen that I showed you where it showed the items when the states they're currently in, so I know what to expect. So I have this set to mute my Voicemod mic monitor mix, so it will actually unmute it. It says it's a mute button because it's the way it had to be done, but it will unmute the monitor mix, and I will be able to hear whichever voice I have selected for Voicemod at the time. Typically, it's the baby voice because that seems to be the most popular voice that users pick for me. Then it has a 10-second delay inside this mix, so that way I can hear it myself for 10 seconds as I'm testing to make sure everything is silky smooth and troubleshoot anything in the interim. It then goes in, and I have 4 different scenes within OBS setup that I use the Voicemod mic with, and the timers to show up on the screen. So I have each of these scenes set up where it activates the timer source that I have so that it's visible. It will show up initially as a 000, and after it goes through what it needs to do, it will then activate it will mute the monitor mix so that I don't hear it in my ear anymore. It will unmute the stream mix for the Voicemod mic, and it will mute the Wave 3 stream mix. So that way people aren't getting double audio. Then it uses an awesome bar rater plugin where I have it set to be the timer. I have a 3-minute time. It gives me an alert, and it grabs the file where it stores the timer, because the bar rater stream countdown timer requires an input file for it to be able to read from. It then inserts I changed it to a 10-second delay because I didn't want to show the whole 3 minutes in the video. I figured I would save that. Once I'm done with the video, I will up it back to the 3 minutes. And after it completes that delay, it then turns off Voicemod based off of the previous state, because the first step actually turned it on. It then flips the mic settings back around. It will mute the stream mix for the voicemail mic, and then it will also at that point unmute the Wave 3 stream mix, so that way I can be heard in my clear non-voice modded mic. And then it goes through each of the scenes that I previously described to turn off the timer so it doesn't show up as a display anymore. So with all that being said, I am going to go and actually hit this Voicemod Wave toggle button that I created. Oh, and to create the actual multi-action, you literally right-click in a space and create the multi-action, and you drag your objects in. So now I'm going to press this button, and you won't hear my test because it's only in my monitor mix, and I only have the stream mix added as an audio source. It's awesome having one audio source in your OBS setup now. So here we go. Now you'll see on the screen where it toggled the Voicemod mic mod on, but you're not hearing that voice. And
after 10 seconds, it now switches over to the Voicemod stream unmute, and then remutes the Voicemod monitor, and then the
stream for the wave. And then after the 10-second time finished, it now is back to my normal voice, and it's back to normal. You also saw the timer show up on the screen because that's kind of what I did for it. So I just thought I would put this together because it took a little while to troubleshoot all of it, and I wanted to make sure everything was functioning the way I wanted it to. And now I have a simple way of enabling a visible timer, switching the sources, all within the power of using the Streamdeck and the Wavelink software, and I don't have to do as much work. So if you enjoyed this content, I'm going to probably put together some more similar to it. You'll be able to see it live in action if you visit my channel on Twitch at YodaKicks. So I hope to see you around, and let me know if you like the content. Feel free to give a thumbs up, recommend it, and share the video. And as always, thank you for checking it out.